you know, changing from one to the next, you're essentially getting the same information. I just like the way Baby Whale has coded this, so you get these nice. So we get kind of cautionary in the yellow, and then you get very hot. I love the way he did that. So right now you got everything up. Gold is, well, so we're not at our high, but gold is running. Here comes, I'm going to get one of these out.
Target filled.
So how are we doing? So this should be a decent day. Hang on, I'm trying to get that last little squeeze out of that. Where's my tick? 319.
Target filled.
All right, so we got a little cushion now coming to start the day. How are we doing? We're sitting 231. So we'll see if we can get, you know, 350 would be a decent 350, 400. That's for micros. That's a decent day. Market is cooperating because you had good. So we have swings today as opposed to yesterday. It was just pump and push sideways. Oh, here, let's get what do I have over here? This is. Oh, I want one of these on a 5. Let's get this one on a 5. So look, this is kind of nice. Here, look at the daily noise. R2, and there's an unfilled gap up here. Back to 0. This was a little. So we ran into this clearly, right? We came down just the structure. And so remember, S&P, it's all about levels. But these two, since we've got these, so here's our 50 and our 618, just from swing low to swing high. So I'm fine just leaving those there. This, there wasn't really anything other than the structure here. You see, I think it was close to a 38. Yeah, it was a 38. So strong market. Let's see. So I will likely not touch crude, but watch it just to give us some guidance. That's going to be very volatile today. This gold's got a nice trade setting up here. Let me get this over here. So this looks promising. So gold's fighting, so a nice big base being built up here, all this volume. This is quite a rip. Didn't get the new high though. So you can see the structure here. So if we come back down, you got a high volume node here, you've got this structure, and you got a golden zone from this pivot. So same kind of thing. There's really, this is the IB 100. You got a little air pocket here, so I don't like that as much because that could just fall easily to that. Then we come to this structure, and then I got a high volume node right here as well. So that'd be something to watch in case they're gonna front run it. Let's see here. Let's take this back over. Well, that's a lot of movement in CL. After hitting that algo target, it's come back almost 50. So that's yesterday. Well, what was that? That was from the 15th. So that's yesterday's. Right? So this was we didn't quite get the 50 yesterday. So let's get that off. But this is what I was looking at here. So you've got this structure still sitting here. So I think this is right, likely where we're headed. So we've got an unfilled gap. So you can, they're going to go try and get that. So where's our tick here? Minus 119. So this has already played. So that was the bounce at the 38. I'd be shocked if they don't get that. I mean, considering what the Fed is doing here, it's one hell of a big experiment. But they are making sure the market doesn't collapse. They're doing everything they possibly can. Let's see. Where's our tick? That's not bad here. We might have something in the YM. Over here. I think I like it better in the YM. Kind of no in between here. So here, let's. Oh fuck! Come here. This looks like there's potential here, but we don't see the RSI is not there yet, so it's still saying didn't quite get the 50. Now this can turn fast. So what am I running there? Well, so I'm on a 35.10. The 44.14 is just so freaking huge. I do have a 5.12 running next to it. I think we might be able to get something there. Where's my tick? No, too hot. So that's a pretty good. So this. Oh, here we'll get this. So look where the tick coming up to 400 as we go into that golden zone. That's I've tested it repeatedly. You can't do it. And even if you, so the one thing I think I was talking about this yesterday, a one tick break of that 618, typically your tick is too hot for it. So you really have to wait. I've just tried it too many times to try and get that little push. There are times when it will run, but it needs to be. It just needs to be such a strong market to be buying, because then you're buying when it's over 400. So that's a trade. What you need to wait for here, again, trust me, guys, I've tested the shit out of it. You got to wait for that. Then you can buy it. Okay, now maybe if the RSI turns here and we get a little, so tick back to 0 would be just fine. Let's see, I trade up 245. Nice, baby whale. What am I at? 230, 231. You're ahead of me. I need a good trade here. You can get 4 today, baby. That's another 150, no problem. It's good vol today, and we have the opposite of yesterday. We're getting retracement swings. It's tradable today. Did you catch that on that one trade, baby whale? That's a beauty. Oh wait, there's Cyber's got a question. Sam, see the reaction on the yeah, yeah, beautiful, huh? Oh wait, OMLU maybe on. Let's see. So this is a, let's see, I wish I could show that. Maybe I can show that. So this is, can I do that? Let me see if I can get that. Cyber's got a nice, this, you guys see this? He just sent this over. Look how nicely this kind of unusual median line cut right into the pivot here. It's hard not to think that there's one more leg down. But you got a bazooka being fired at the market. Yeah, but 3 contracts, baby. So you did 3 micros. So there, see, there. I mean, you can do micros are. It's doable. Kind of like the stress reduction they bring. Where's my tick? So we're a little hot here. So we're wrestling. So all of them. Well, this one we're through here, so that's interesting. So let's see. So we're through the 618 here, pushing that, so you might be able to get the Dow to go with it, but it can't get through that golden zone. The tick's right. I literally cannot do it. I cannot buy right into a golden zone. I can't do it. And it's rejected again. But coming back here, so I've got my, this is kind of interesting.
Order submitted.
We can come back here, so you see the structure, right? That's all. It's just my eye just goes right there. So okay, that there'll be a reaction there. Now is that a pivot? Well, not risking a lot. $36 a contract. Oh, so it got rejected. Interesting. So here comes the tick coming down. So this will be fine. So that here, let me get this. Right, good example right there, right? Just got a little tick, got a tick through it, but couldn't close, right? And now the tick comes down. So that's that temptation. You want to buy that, right? Well, just wasn't. Trust me, guys. I've tested it, probably 50 times. Can't do it consistently. You got to wait. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm fine there. You don't have the structure here, but you do have the edge of a standard deviation. Gold flirting with a golden zone here. That's doable if it holds there.
Order filled.
Let's not give that a whole lot of room. Either pivots or it doesn't. Target the 618 that's above it. You guys see that golden zone, that gold that just tagged? Now we're getting a little push, not a lot yet. You're trading it purely on golden zone and just trend because the indicators are red. But it's a very $15. What is the risk there? Not a lot. That's pretty. That's you can get in that for $10 a risk per contract. Right, just off the golden zone, not swinging for the fence. The gold is the hardest one to bring over. I have to go across 3 monitors. Right, just tag the golden zone. We get the reaction. Now to confirm, I'd like to get the RSI to pop here. Just trying to get to that golden zone here. That's the target here. Well, I got a little. Well, so here's what it's going to run into right there. All right, so let's try and get that out. Let's get them both out because that's going to be stiff, right? So we drew that earlier in the day. So $10 a risk. So already got a 3-to-1 R on that. It's it's so now you're so little risk you can just let it run, see what happens. Nothing to stress about. Wouldn't mind getting that filled though. Okay, so it looks like we're about to get filled here, just where we want it.
Order filled.
So we don't need to go beyond that. So do we get a pivot? Right? This will tell us. How's gold doing over here? Come on, buddy. RSI crossed. Go up a little higher than that if we're going to get anything. Let's just tighten that up. It either pivots or it doesn't. I'd rather take the small loser than look again here. Right, so we're heading back down. Kind of keying off that structure. That either holds or it doesn't.
Target filled.
All right, so gold got both of those filled.
Target filled.
All right, so I just jumped in the lead, baby. There's 287. Now, here, right, can we get through? All right, we're through 100. Or, pardon me, through 0. There's the target. But I would take it, I'd front run it on the IB high. I don't know that we're going to get there. It's looking a little soft here, maybe. You got the same trade on the YM. if you're looking for a trade, let's see. Oh, that NQ. Oh shit! See, when I have you guys chat up, I can't see the NQ. So let me see what you're looking at, King. Let's see what do we got there. We got $35. Let's let that. It's almost not worth it unless you can get $50. So we tighten right under that. So no risk. That's fine. Well, so it's tempting, right? So you could let's let it run here. Since we have so little at stake here, let's see if we can get another kick. So back to 0. That's too bad.
Order canceled.
All right. Uh-oh, baby. Well, 275. I lost $15 there. Okay, so are we going to hold here? So we got to wick through it. Well, it's a pretty good pop again. More likely to break the second time. So, well, I don't love that enough. So RSI's down here. We're down here. See how it looks on the YM. Gold just blew right through. Right, nice. That worked out. Still don't have it. It's tempting, right? So you look at it, but this is saying not yet. So now that resistance in gold here. Oh, here we get this up. All right, so this now becomes the support. So this 50 now looks pretty attractive. All right, so
order submitted.
Two right there. Now we got to deal with this. But it was the resistance, now the support.
Order filled.
I like the YM a little better here. We went just down to really tag the open. So can it get so there's a good example. Okay, so that's just what I was trying to show you guys. Okay, so do we get it? So remember I was saying you can't buy this one. You got to wait for this. I just drew it. I've tried it too many times. You got to work off a 3. Now it doesn't mean that this gets the target, right? It's got to get through that golden zone, but that's a better setup than you just take this one. It's the first run. You want to work off of these 3s. Where's the tick? Well, if we can get a full loop, that's got potential. So that's a shame, right? So too tight here, but got the. Now, so we're sitting right at the golden zone. Right, so that's the resistance because there's software sitting there. Where's the tick, right? So if we hold 0 here, that could go back through. Decent, right? This is going to be struggle to get through the IB. Can it get through? Well, this will tell us. I haven't even had a look at the NQs all over the place today. Wow. Come on, tick. Now, so that YM needs the 0 to hold. That would be more ideal, because we don't want that that 3 to turn into a 5, right? So if we're going to do the full loop, then it's likely to turn that into a 5. So that's good. We held 0. See that reaction? Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Let me get over here. I got you guys posting on both sides here. One in Discord and one on the chat. Hang on. Let me get the chat back. 10%. Yeah. No shit, David. Isn't that just crazy? You'd think, oh my God, the market's going to crater today. Right? It's always a discounting. It's always discounting forward. So it's not as bad as they thought it was going to be. And given the nuclear assault the Fed is taking to fight this, That's what they're trading off of. But you do see gold on the move here, so it's not like economics is being completely discarded. Oh, come on, YM. If we break here, that 3 turns into a 5, and my little trade here gets stopped out. Come on, you got to hold that 618. There's a tick. It's going to be close. Let's go a tick on that. So it's just bouncing from one golden zone to the next. Where's my ticks coming back up? All right, so that's a good example why you can't sell that either. So it doesn't hold. Gold is ripping now. So you see all it did there was just bounce from one golden zone to the next. All right, went up and tested that one. Oh, we got a break here. Is that a break, is it? Sometimes I have to check my, yeah it is. Unless that's from below. How are we doing here? So we're kind of trendless here. So you see I'm saying this, I don't want this to turn into a 5. Right now it's a 3. Here's the retracement, so you got a potential hook, but it's not looking good at the moment. Double bottom. Now we test the 618. There's a tick. Tick is good. Just a couple of ticks there, so now I got a 5. And we're underneath the target. Looks like that's going to get hit. Just missed it. Where's the tick? Tick's getting pretty hot and pretty cold. Maybe I said it that way. So it's really setting up the next buy. Gold at the high. Interesting. So market selling off, gold at the high. So we want to get back on here.
Order submitted.
Why am I about to get stopped? Tick. So crude is selling off, might be what's pressuring the market a little bit. Yeah. Tick, she keeps trying to rally out of there. just getting pressed now. So how are we looking here? 370. There's really nothing there for it to bounce off of. So, other than the IB. Now the tick's coming back. Let's see, a bunch of. I looked at 2810. That's good for you for going back to check that. Yeah, these kind of bear market face ripping bounce rallies. They're, look what the Fed's doing, right? They're doing everything they can. Now, see, crude now is starting to really come down hard, which is going to weigh on the market. So any kind of bounce here. Well, this may come back into play here. We're going to stay this week. So you can see crude just after going, look at that, after hitting that target. Hits this target to the tick. So that was a pump and a dump. Probably news driven, right? They can manipulate it now. Only thing to hold the market now is the IB low. We're back to this structure here, but there's nothing tied to it other than that 38. So you see why I like this and this. I would take this too.
Order submitted.
Gold coming back to test that level. We'll see if we can get that trade off. All right, so this was right what we, oh shit, how did I do that? I didn't mean to do that.
Order canceled.
This is what I want. Right back to that level. Let's see what happens here. Did we get a low tick? Nope. So do we want? Well, gold is fighting with that level.
Order filled.
There goes the tick. Okay, so a little bounce rally. I grabbed a couple in gold just to try and get a move back to that 618. Very tight stop. How are we looking over here? Okay, tick trying to make a rebound. Gold just got to that 50. RSI crossed. Bounced at the 50. We've got 4 ticks of risk on that. These are tradable. So you see the value of knowing that that's there. So what do? We go right and we bounce into the 50. So structure here didn't quite make this. Still, if that gets stopped, I want that. Can we get through? Right, so the RSI is crossed. So I'm trying to go a little early there. Anybody else got any trades on? Let's see. Looks like a completed ABC. Been short since February. Darude. Been short since February. Good for you, man. But oh wait, got blown out 2 weeks because I was sick. Oh, you got blown out on this big rip up. Oh, bummer. Oh, dude, didn't. What were you short? Where's the tick? 0. There's the market coming back.
Order filled.
I shorted SPY with. Oh, so options. So you. Oh fuck! You didn't sell. You bought a put, or you just shorted. Yeah. Come on, gold.
Target filled.
Oh, that's good. What'd I get? Oh, gold. Got the target. Nice. Okay. So look what it does here now. All right, so back. So we got through that, and that's the last one to get. So just structure, right? So because this was better looking. Well, this was the 50, but the structure is the right. You're always looking for what's there besides that. I got a 50 and I got structure. Yeah, I'll take that because it started to turn. Right, so you can see it hit and then it started to go, and I just grabbed it. Now that, see, baby, well, that's something I've got in my savings. Now we may not get there, right? That's the target from this 50. But okay, so no, I did that backwards. I want that there, and let's go to scratch. If it comes back down, I want that. Oh, maybe it is. So now we are back to that golden zone. Huh? Could be all. Maybe I'm not going to get that. Well, we got one out at the. So that's always a good target. So the opposing 618. So now, do you see this again setting up? What I want is the 3. I want the 3 down, not just the 1, 2. I don't know, baby whale. What are you sitting at? I'm at 221. I lost 60 on that YM trade. I'll take these, no problem. I was up 800%. Oh, dude, yeah, been there. I have been there because you think so. Just instinctively, it's just human nature. You think, oh, maybe that'll keep going. And that's a good example of why it's much harder to do this trading single lots than double lots, particularly in micros. You can't do it with one. Hey, Guido, how you doing, man? But yeah, if you're up 800%, so did you tally it up that you were up 800%, and you said, I think I can get more there? Because that, if you did that math and saw that tally, that should have been, kind of a clue. Oh, but you said you were, because you were sick. Oh, yeah. Shit happens. We're kind of waffling now. So it's 11, 12. So that's interesting. You see how the tick is now, we're not getting the extremes. So this, I love how he did this. I like the way you set this up, baby, well, with the color coding. So this is kind of caution. And then red. I might make that, well, I guess you can see it. Well, now there's no sense of trend here. In fact, anything the tick, so the moving average of the tick is coming down. It's nice. So it held again. Right, you just see structure. It's very much how the S&P responds. What's Bitcoin doing? 73.15. Saw it. Yeah, caught the 3. Let's see. Greed is evil, right? Well, pigs get slaughtered, as they say. I took a couple of GC trades this morning. Was then expecting some sideways. Well, you got exactly what we got. Well, so you look at it. Is that really sideways? I mean, we're kind of stuck in this range, which seems to be so let's just draw it over. All right, all tied to that. All right, there's nothing up there, so we're building kind of this zone here. And any retrace, look, this is juicy. It's good to always start the day. So this is the first thing I do every day. I just start looking for these kind of levels. All right, where can I expect? This one was obvious. This one really you probably you could do it this way and just get all of it. Say that's a well, look at how that lines up. Where's 50 in the golden zone? I'm gonna take my eyes off the market here. Things happen. Stop trading at R2. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, is R2 up there? Let's see. Do I have that on there? Okay, so what are we doing here? So interesting. We're still inside the IB. All right, so we're not getting. This is good. Much more tradable. Days like yesterday where you just go up and sideways. So this is kind of. So where's the trend? Who's in control here? Nobody. Right now, right, RSI is down. Potentially some divergence. If you guys, you probably don't have this yet. We can set, so baby whale, it's probably not released yet. We can put divergence on the QQE. Here, I'll do it for you. I don't think I have it in here. So let's go divergence. I go here and I go indicators. QQE. Okay, and then I put it on same as input, apply. Okay, and now I've got divergence. So, all right, so here was some. Now I got nothing. It's not quite enough yet. Well, you might look at it this way. So this was failed attempts to get to the IB, right? To get, remember, as we look at it every day. The first one's almost always a failure. So we missed. That's right. In the same way that you'll often see it pump the exact same distance and falter. Let's see if I can do that. Maybe I can't. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it. It looks like about the exact same difference that it missed on both sides. Get out of there. Oh, I know, it's trying to get the HH. Well, if we're going to go, there's probably a set of median lines there. Just missed. Look at that. Let's try that.
Order submitted.
So why take that trade? So because the first test of the IB is almost always a failure, and I got an algo target here from this 50, and I've got the 100 there. So I'm just looking to get just in front of that. Here's VWAP. So I could end up with a bigger position here than, well, so would I do that with full size? Definitely not. With micros, yeah. I'd even try and get it right on the 100 VWAP. So right now that'll be the logical target. 20 yeah. Rude, man, listen, good for you. If you at 26, let's see, was I even trading at 20? I don't think I was trading at 26. 26, I was trying to be Eric Clapton. I was playing guitar 4 hours a day. Nice volume profile support. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, of course, right? If you're trading at 26, you got a nice head start. Keep your eyes on crude, because if that really starts to unload here, that will weigh on the market. So interesting. Gold is not out of its IB either. That's kind of a good example of how important IBs are. So ESYM and gold. Still, well, we got a little. Remember, first attempt almost always fails. This gets through by a tick, but here's your range. Boom, boom, boom. So right. That's what they're using. I was a member when I was 23. Oh wow, I would recognize your handle. Man, you're a true OG. That was when did I start that? 2017. I think I've told you guys that story that I was just posting stuff on TradingView, and my first member, who's now gotten to be a friend because he was here in Austin. What are the odds of that? Who his handle in here is Freak. He's our go-to guy for hardware support. In fact, all of my machines have been rebuilt by him. He's a really good hardware guy if you need hardware, if you're in the States. He said, you probably start a little membership site. People would pay for this. And he was the first member, came in at $25 a month. Great guy. Oh, let's get our tick back over here. So you were thinking fireworks today, and we got this is what I was expecting yesterday. So today we're getting consolidation. It's rare to stay inside the IB all day. It'll be interesting to see if that's actually what we get today. And you guys know the markets are closed tomorrow, so be crypto focused. Bitcoin kind of stuck with. Bitcoin's kind of interesting here. It sure looks to me like it completed an impulse, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a little. Well, you'd just be looking for the next 50 there. Oh man, algos are defending the shit out of that pivot. That's what they do. All right, so we're kind of going quiet here. 11:21. Well, let's see. This again. Under normal, we are definitely not in normal circumstance. You could set your watch by these. Oh fuck, where's my? This is at 10:50. Usually, you're going to get a counter trend between 11 and 11:30, and then 2:30 in the afternoon. They're very, very consistent under normal conditions. Definitely not in normal. $10.48, that's early. So there's likely there's going to be one more push for the highs. Right now I don't see anything that's tradable. Am I missing it? Oh shit, I forget I've got the RTY and then NASDAQ over here. Well, there's not much you can do there. What do you do with that mess? So here's the last thing that happened. Swing 50, denied. What? I know a lot of you guys trade this. That's kind of sloppy to me. I always find this is less technical than the ES and the YM. So that's the last trade. That's all you've got to work with. That's it right there. Coming down here, so same thing, right? So here's the same thing. That looks, well, let's do it this way. I thought I had it set that those don't get erased. So so there's a good example of it. All right, we come down, tag the structure, react. You could make, say, right, likely that's more structure. that's how these the big guys. That's where these algos fight for those here, right? So blew through that one. That's kind of interesting because that looks like it was. You had a little bit of heat there. So if that comes back up, that'd be one to watch. So where are we in the? Did this hit? Yep. Oh fuck! Look at that. So there's the 50. There's the target for that. That's what we did. Well, look. Do you see that? Do you see the example here? So they go from that pivot. We come down. Here's the 50 up to the target. Down. Next 50. Now, do they get to that target? You just right. You can track what they did last. So gold actually looks sellable here. So nice ABC, but you're right at the golden zone, so you can't sell it yet. Here, hang on. I look at the Nasdaq. I lose you guys. On the 512. So it looks like 5 down to where we're now still in the 4 on the 512 tick on the ES. I'm assuming you're talking. Oh, we can see it here. So that is still holding, right? That's what I think Darude you're talking about. So it looks like we might get that fill. Here's VWAP. That's the thing to watch, right there. Oh shit! God, I hate when it does that. So this is good. We're a little hot here. We're definitely going counter trend, but this is just off of what's there, and the idea that if it gets through that golden zone, there should be a bounce. So if they get through the golden zone, they're going to be after the VWAP. So let's come down just a hair. So I would probably, since I don't want to end up with 6. Canceled. Now, so motherfucker missed it, right? So look, already gone. So if you're scalping, that's why you got to be quick on those. So if you were a scalper, that trade's already come and gone. What'd you get there? No, where's my? All right, that's a good scalp trade right there. So what'd you get on that? You got 25 ticks. Remember, I keep telling you guys this is distorting your eye how big those moves are. That's 25 ticks. I'd have been after 3 with 1 runner. So likely the next trade is a short. So I'm going to go back to this because now if it comes down, you kind of see anything coming down here. The median line down here looks better. Now coming back up, right? This potentially some resistance, and there's a 50 there. Let's see. Where can I? So we're kind of just gone into consolidation here. So that the good vol we had this morning seems to have dissipated. Now you do. It's unusual for the market, of course, to be closing on Thursday. So you may just consolidate here throughout the rest of the day. There'll likely be some pump in the afternoon. All right, where's the tick's getting a little hot. Didn't make it, so very kind of interesting. See Discord. Oh, see Discord. I see what you're looking at. Oh, oh, you going with the running flat there? Very fancy. Well, all right. So they held that level for whatever reason. Why are they holding that? Oh, because of that. All right, great example. Right, structure, structure, structure. Right, being defended. So you understand that that's longs defending, or they're longs there. See Discord didn't play, it seems. Well, on the 512. I got a 512 over here. Yeah, it's just stuck in the IB. This is kind of a good look at it. Here, I'll pull you over here so we can get the YM and the ES next to each other. So there's the 512 on the YM. Now that's going to be squirrely. Well, let's look here. Well, this is all saying to be short. Tick's pretty hot there. You got some structure here. Well, let's kind of watch the YM up here. So now you can't buy it, so you got to wait. All right, if we're going to start to trend higher again, now you got to wait for the retrace. Oh, it shows better on the YM. Here, let's get this YM down. So if we're going to go here, right, where everything's good to go here, but we're too hot, so now you got to wait for maybe something like
order submitted.
That. I always start at the golden zone, and if it looks like it's not going to make it, I'll push it up. So what? No. So we're through that. Right, you see that there? We're through. So so that would be ideal. So now we want this. Always working for a 3. Here's a little 3 that failed. I think that was what Baby Whale was saying. Okay, maybe this is the 4. Double bottom 5. Missed the fill by 2 ticks in gold. Yeah, we're kind of slowing down. It's clearly everything's slowing down a little bit. So all good here. So potentially now a little trend change. So we just want the push and the pullback. Oops. Bring you over here. $84. How much capital do I need to take? You know, BitLord, well, if you can do it 5K, because then if you think about 2% risk per trade, you got a little cushion there. You can if you were just going to focus on, say, the YM, you could probably do it with 2 to 3, but you got to get off to a good start. Guido, GC, you mean? Yeah, I see it. Well, so how do you? Well, let's see. What do I got? 16. Let me get a 16.5 on there. Are you in it, Guido? 16.5. Did you take a side? I was trying to get this. But I just missed it. Take that off here. So I'm just trying to get the 50 off of this. Right, so I got denied. So you see the structure. So that's all I was trying to do. The 50, and I had structure there, and I have a golden zone, so I got a triple there. Here was the 3 that I was talking about. Right, so the ABC was looking for that to come down. If that would have played ball with us. Right, there's the 100 right in front of us. So shit, they reacted at the 100. Right, I was trying to get a better price. You're not in the position. Yeah, there's not. How do you trade that? So it looks actually better on the 16.5. That's the only, so now you're kind of late to the party because you got the golden zone. Right, there's always a golden zone on the other side, so you're fighting against that. God damn it! It just missed.
Order canceled.
So you could watch the indicators though. So what's here? How we're doing over here? I gotta pay attention. Coming down. I'd take that. So even there's a good example, right? So you can get into that. Risk $15 a contract. That's so. There you go. Right. So with a smaller account, that's very doable, and that's the YM. So it's. I don't even. Who knows what the margin? Do you guys know what the margin is for the YM micro? I want to say it's got to be $200-300, if that. I'm not sure to tell you the truth because I'm just first time I've ever started trading micros. I kind of liking them. Hey, we got a bunch of new people came in. Cool. Oh, we got some viewers. So I think every now and then Derek pumps this to YouTube. NinjaTrader PDF Ninja use. Oh, there you go. Oh, thanks, baby. Well, we're. Oh, cool. All right, so YouTubers, all right, if you're new to futures trading and all the indexes, this is the most important number to watch. What's happening with the tick? I thought it was 500. I think it was 500 for the ES. Oh, but that you're right. That could be that they've pumped the margin requirements up because of the volatility. 500 if you were with Ninja brokerage. Well, I was at. I just switched to Ninja because now we're a reseller. I was at Interactive for a long time, and you could I had been there long enough. They gave me pretty generous margin. 1 MYM. Oh, come on! At Tasty Trade? Fucking no way! 1650 for a micro YM? Wow. Yeah, that's more. That's what I was thinking. So maybe a full YM would be 60. Even that seems really high. Tasty Trade, there. Well, that's an options house, but I guess shit, maybe they're just protecting themselves. Maintenance. So if you're taking it overnight, yeah. Well, so pardon me. Yeah. So I was talking. I thought you were talking about intraday day trading. Since I rarely take anything that I would start here off of a day trade overnight. And now options, or if I had something I liked. Okay, now we're getting a little movement here. Okay, so there's the YM running right into the golden zone that's above it with the tick at 506, so you can't buy it, so you got to wait for the 3. Yeah, so gold may give us another shot at that fill. So the tick So here's what I was just, oh, so we, it's not through it yet. Right, so this is kind of what you'll see here. So here's the 65. So we have to have a close for that to disappear. But look where the tick is. So you're at 500. Again, there's that same. I've tested it, guys. You can't buy it. You can't. You'll be underwater. Well, potentially you're underwater the second you're in the trade as this recycles. And that's, we always want to be off to a good start. Best trades are green, almost never put you under any pressure. So it's through now. I'm so used to making this the ES. So this is gone.
Order
we didn't
canceled.
get it. So you got to look from above. What are we going to hit? We're still just contained within the IB. Surprising given the vol. It would be. Well, here you can look at this. So this is a nice feature. Let's see if you guys can see this right here. So I think I only have 5 days of data. Oh well, let's make this a little bit longer. So we'll go. Let's go 7 days. So bear with me. So we'll get 7 days of history on the IB breaks. The entire IB seems corrective on the 5 minute. Yeah, but it does. So over the last 6 days, IB's broken 83% of the time, low 33, the high 50%. Average IB low 108. Well, so the most common, so this is a good measure of volatility. Most common target for an IB break is 50%, but we've done the 100 on both sides. 108 and 133 on the IB high. So it's unusual for it not to break on either side. That's truly a trendless day. Mixed signals. What do you got, Guido? Yeah. Double tops in gold. Well, so it's another good example, right? So you see it. You know, you do this long enough, you see these things over and over and over again to where you start to be able to anticipate. So so look here. First attempt almost always fails, right? They're trying. That's what they're trying to do, right? So really, so do you see the little 3 there? So that's right. That failing and falling. Well, that's why we were trying to get the fill here, but it didn't play ball. But there's the little break, fails. Attempt at the high, 1 tick break, fails. Almost always. Takes really a big day if you just break and go. Right, we don't even have the so what'll happen when this breaks, then the IB extensions will show. We haven't gone far enough, right? It's part of the nice things that were built into this IB. It'll show you those extensions. Then it'll also show you the number of times that it's broken, as I was just showing you here on the ES. But the number that I think is the most striking, hang on, I gotta get that over, is the ADRs. Look at this. Hang on. This is unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen it like this. So here's the 5 minute. Let's get you off of here. Toolbar. Over the last 20 days, the average daily range is 1661. That is crazy town. Really, really, really unusual. Well, fuck, I mean, these are really, really, really unusual times. 8:49 today, so lowest day of the lowest vol of the week thus far. 1661 average daily range. Well, let's look at that again. So let's look at a bigger picture here. So you're thinking the IB here. So that's a good thought. The IB here is just a 4, not much of a 2. Is that a 4? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, well, I don't know about that, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like that's 5 up there. So you're saying that's in the 5th? Not much of a 2. Boy, are they making sure to defend this. So let's get that off of there. so this, well, this is kind of a variation. We're taking some ideas from this, but if this starts to go, well, it's the same thing. So that's the average daily noise, right? This, you can anticipate that. Oh shit, I don't have the IB on here. Hang on a sec. Oh yeah, I do. Pardon me. Didn't see it. It's the IB. So I don't know if I see a 4 in there. Alright, so I got, let's get this one. POC and GC just moved higher. Yeah, it looks like they're making a run at that. So if the well, so you got to watch now as it comes up to that IB high. Shit, what did I do here? Oh shit, I did something, baby. Well, I don't know what I did. I locked something up there. Oh, I did something, baby. Well, here, let's get this. I think I just locked that one up. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I can figure that out. Why are you locked up? Shit. Let's see if I can get the ES over there. Because I locked up something on that YM. Alright, we'll work with this. Alright, so it doesn't look like these are going to fill. Thanks for your stream. Join Nomad. Okay, man, where can I see the indicators you're using? Hey, Nomad, if you go to our site, we have videos on all of the. Well, we've divided them into 2 categories. So we have a bundle that'll be available where you'll get we have like 25 in there, and then we have the premiums, and there's a video that explains them for you on the website. There it is. So whatever I was locked up on was creating that problem. So if you go to tradedevils.com, look at the top on the menu, you'll see indicators, and then as you go through them, all the premiums have a video that explains how they work, why we designed them the way we did. The one, if you're not familiar with it, that I would encourage you to watch is the TDU measured move indicator, which is here. Let me get all this stuff off. Right, so every one of these is a measured move, and here's our targets. So that would be really worthwhile to watch that video if you're not familiar with that concept in terms of how it was discovered and how we use it. All right, so when do we go here? We go to the top of the hour. So we're trying to do 90 minutes a day. Are you dying to buy gold, Guido? It's well, so let's look at it here. Well, now the market's starting to move. So that was what we were trying to get. So I guess you could. Now we're down to a 13.4. Maybe it'll look a little cleaner at a 13.4. All right, so I forget we have people that don't know our stuff. So this is a volatility measure. Right? That's the most important feature of this. Is the challenge for Renko traders is always what size brick to use. So this is calculated off of the volatility off of a 1-minute chart. So I know to use. Well, I have a high, medium, and low volatility. I always use the middle. So a 13.4 is recreating a 1 minute in a Renko bar. So I know the right size bar to use. Well, let me say that differently. I'm consistent about the bar size that I use. You probably have a discussion as to whether or not that's the right bar size you use. But the problem you have with Renko trading is that your volatility increases, and you go, oh shit, okay, what size brick do I use? So now we're very consistent about it, which is why we designed that. So at a 13.4, I'm recreating what a 1 minute would look like with that brick size. Now that's pretty big brick size, and as I've said before, with Renko bars, your eye, it's deceptive to your eye how big the move, how it's a 13 tick bar, right? How significant the risk is when you're taking a breakout or a retrace. Looks different than a time or a tick chart. So, but at a 13.4, that's kind of large if you're trading full-size contracts. Typically, when we don't have this kind of vol, you might be looking at a 7.2, 8.3 in a Renko chart with gold. Now at a 13.4. Well, so all of this vol is why we went to the micros, so, and then it's also just much more available to more traders to participate. All right, so the market is making a move here. We're still in the IB. So you got a little 3 here, so you went 16.24. So is that a right? That would have been too shallow, but so we're kind of changing trend here. So here we've just, so now you got to wait for the pullback, right? So everything's done in 3s. So we'd call whatever this is now. How does it do with that trend line? If we retrace, we got to wait. So first we need a pivot here. Right, so this is kind of you kind of see what we're after. So this, we had nice divergence here. I don't think I have the divergence on that. Right, so you can see that divergence as we went up here. So that's going to have a little swing in it. It's got a little hitch in it. So there's the 100 right at the trend line. Where's the tick? All right, so as we hit plus, we're going to get. Well, note we're in the yellow, so we've just gotten over 500. This will be a tell as to how strong we are. So what you might do in that case is, where's my YM? Hang on. Let's get this back up here. All right, so can we do that? So the next trade, whenever we get that pivot, if we're going to get that 100, would be right in here, which would line up nicely. That's what we want, right? Can we stack some structure into it? So I actually would rather see that go a little higher. It offered a trip to one of those. Let's see, Guido's posting up. Yeah, one of those extremes. I think Guido was dying to buy gold. It's kind of the same setup here. Buying 717 puts with my stimulus money. Did you get some stimulus money? Good for you, man. Anybody else get any stimulus money? I didn't. See the volume profile. Holes, yeah, I do. I do see him, Guido. Yeah. So here's what he's talking about. What are you giving me there? Tick chart? Hang on, let me get this. Maybe. You're eligible? Not yet. Yeah, I didn't. My kids did get their unemployment checks, so I was glad to hear that. Both of my kids work in the restaurant business. Both college students support themselves out of that restaurant. When that closed, a little troubling. Okay, so this now looks okay. So this is doable. You could do this in the YM or the ES. So sitting right there.
Order submitted.
Right. So you see the structure sitting right there. So we're going to try and get right in line with that. If we can go below, where are we? That should be right. So what's the risk on that? We're going to risk approximately 25 bucks. Right. So again, micros, it's stress-free trading. Has the USA locked down? I thought they had. B19 fell. It's not mandatory nationwide, but it should be probably. No, we're in kind of strongly encouraged to stay home. Here, I think here in Austin we've got. I just heard about 550 cases. So it's not bad here yet. I think it's worse in other parts of Texas. Well, looks like we're going to get denied here. So this level all day long, it's either been the resistance or the support. Here it was a little resistance. It set that. That's interesting. That's what kicked off the little retrace here. Now this trend line in that 100 is the resistance. That's probably
Order canceled.
We're going to come down that low and get below. That's kind of appealing, just because if we're going to get a little mini break to VWAP, so the market loves to, if it's going to do anything, it wants to tag VWAP. Okay, all good things come out of Austin. my flight your flight simulator. Oh, cool. Oh, that's right. Are you a pilot, or you are a pilot? Are you not, Baby Whale? Oh, you live in New York? Oh man, Darude, that's crazy. Amateur pilot. Yeah, I was thinking you were a flyer. Winter is coming in Austin. Yeah. Half-baked. You guys see that marijuana sales have, and I'm just responding to the half-baked comment, a huge boom for dispensaries as people are stuck at home. You're in Australia? B19 fell. Well, okay, so gold, okay, we're about to get filled here. We may get filled in the YM. Gold just broke, right? So there's your, okay, so that'll be interesting to watch. So that's kind of setting up a trade. There's the first attempt at it, right, which fails. All right, so we'll watch this. God damn it, am I going to miss that YM? Son of a bitch. I just missed that by a tick. All right, so here's they're making a good run at this. So you've got a potential 5 going in there. So now that's a pretty good sized break. So we're hot here. So that's going to set up whenever we get a pivot. So I would lay out this structure here. That'll be important. Well, you could do it either way. So note that's another, just a little built-in. You can get eye blind to it. So we went 24 ticks, retrace, then 35 ticks. So now this is looking more impulsive. So any sort of a pullback, if you can get the pullback here between those the moving average fans, something like that would be ideal. But you got to wait now. If it goes far enough, then if we go far enough, then you could use the IB high. That would be ideal. Did you get some of that, Guido? I know you've been watching that all morning. Sometimes I miss stuff talking to you guys. God damn it, darn it. I shouldn't say that. I just missed that. Look at that, right? Sometimes you get denied. I was trying to get that right in front of it. Now it's not, so that trade is come and gone, right? So the tick is already there. So now it will look better down here if it's going to come back. That's some of the hazards of trying to teach and trade at the same time. How are we doing on time? So this is our, I think this is when this is our new schedule. So we're trying to do it from after the first hour, so the IB gets set, and then going to noon, but we're going to try and do it very consistently every 3 days a week. Aurora Cannabis. Yeah. Well, I mean, weed stocks are still in the crapper. Yeah. I just saw that I just saw that come across my news feed. It may have been Twitter that dispensaries, or I think maybe it wasn't dispensaries. It was that marijuana usage had gone up dramatically. Some of the weed people I know would tell me that the dispensaries are way more expensive. Well, so gold is really going now, actually. So pretty good break there. Okay, so that's going to be ripe for the trade. So you got 2 ways to look at that. So you can pull off of that, assuming that's our pivot. So we just got that algo target. So there's the front run they did, right? That was the one we were trying to get, where we missed that by 2 ticks. Shit, I'm too much talking today. I'm missing the trades. So that's long and strong. Guido, man, you were all over that. Now you got to wait. Well, if that's the pivot, so just what I was describing, if we can get a pivot up there, and the golden zone is going to be sitting right at the IB, depending on how far that goes. That will leave us a nice trade if that's our pivot. So that right. So if that's our pivot high here, which was too soon to know. Right, boy, will that be shit. I'll let that.
Order
Buy two
submitted.
there all day long, right? So you could do that. So your risk $17 a contract. Yeah, fine. Please come back and fill me. So you'd be trying to get. So risking 17 a contract to get 70. That's just a nice setup, but I don't know that that's our pivot. Because it's already to and through first target, that could be going. We don't want it to go too far. We want that to come back. But look at the nice. Oh my God! Look how pretty that is. Right, all of this support here and the golden zone. So we want that to stop. Oh fuck! Golden zone right at the IB high. Shit, that's a must take. I might, if that hits and goes, I'd add on that. So now you got to just be patient and wait for it. What are we doing here? So right, that 100 still hasn't broken. Jesus, look how many times they've hit that. Again, it held again. That is being defended. So look, the moving averages caught it just ahead of the 50. That's kind of what's happening yesterday. That's been support. So what level is that? That's 27.85. That's your key level today. Come on down, gold. Where's the tick? So we're too hot for the buy side here. So look what we're doing here. As we come into that, so that these trend lines. Don't give up easily. You can't buy that, right? So you don't even if it breaks it here, the potential for the double top right there. The tick is over 400. Even though it could go, just it's not a good odds play. You've got the algo target right there at the IB. Markets love double tops, so you'll get a reaction there. Even if it breaks the IB, look where the 1618 is. So you don't have enough juice in it. Here's that same thing happening. You see it over and over, right? So there's the golden zone. That's why you can't. When that's at 4,500, you cannot take that trade. What we need here is just, all right, you guys are going to see this. Repetition is part of what we try and do in teaching. You got to wait for the 3. You got to wait for it. Right, it's just an odds play. So down we go. So it hits that golden zone, and now we recycle the tick. Just standard, typical. This is actually good because we're not in crazy town. It's trading that we more typically is what you'd expect intraday. Stop at I'm still short 3 micros, D. Wilton, in the ES. You're still short 3 micros from today, from a day trade, or that position trade you were talking about. See, this may be what's keeping the market going sideways, relatively speaking. Right, you got all this drama going on in crude, and we're just bouncing. So this was the. Right, I showed you guys that one. It's just unbelievable. Let's get these off of here. Let's get this one off. No, I don't want to do that. I just wanted to do that. What the? Yes. So every green line is a golden zone that gets hit. You find it. So there's to the tick. There's a 1 tick break on the small one. This one held it. 1, 2, 3 targets. 2 and through targets. So this has got to be this one, thinking, yep, there's got to be a lower one. That's the one that held. Boom. Look at that. It's unbelievable, right? When you see it after the fact, it's part of what makes it so frustrating, because at the end of the day, you're like, oh, but right, so talk about a hard trade to take. Right, this thing is free falling, but look what was there. I mean, after the fact, right? I get it, guys. It's always easy after the fact. All that structure is there. Very hard trade to take. Fuck, straight down in your face. But that's the trade that you're a little scared of. Almost always the best trade. It's the one that looks like easy money. Almost always the loser. It's funny how trading's like that. You have to be counterintuitive, which part of what makes it so hard to do. You got to do the opposite of what your natural instincts are telling you. Thus, that's how you end up a retracement trader. You do this long enough that you can't buy it when it's going up. You got to buy it when it's going down, which is completely counterintuitive, right? Just your survival instincts kick in. You're like, oh fuck, shit, I can't buy that, right? That's the one you have to buy, which was what makes it so hard. So, where's the next trade? Is there any structure there? Anything to work with? You might. Right. That's been. Market has reacted to that. It's too bad there's not a micro in crude. I think they have no shortage of volume. Now look at that. So all it's done is just gone right back to VWAP. So what's the brick size? Yeah, this is way too big to trade full size here. If you're using a 19 tick bar, holy shit. But look what we just did. So they love to tag VWAP, right? So if there's going to be repositioning here, this big dogs will, if they want to get short again, that's where they'll do it. Okay, so our gold trade we may get this. If it comes down a little bit, I might go a little further ahead just because I don't want to miss that fill. So this is one tick beyond the IB high, so I want to get up just a bit. How am I down there? So let's get that right on it. Just make sure I'm right there. Oh, you fucker! Come on. It happens. All right, you line up the golden zone. That could be all right. So the scalp is already gone. Yeah. Sometimes you're gonna miss them by a few ticks. I mean, it happens all day long, right? Because we try and trade with such precision. You're gonna miss a few. All right, I've missed 3 or 4 today. That's all right. I mean, still, barring anything dumb, we'll come out with a decent day. For micros, I think 300. That's a reasonable target. If you get to 300, it's not a bad thought to call it a day, or switch to sim, or just just keep an eye on it. And if you really like something. Okay, maybe we'll get that trade. Come on. Where did I leave here? So I got the ES here. So this is ES. I got the YM. It looks like we're going to miss that. That's too bad. That's the 5 minutes. So that must have been off of the... Oh, I know what that was. Right. So this is the one we're trying to line up here. Right, just didn't get well. So there's a good, that's trading principle number 3 or 4, failure to make the median line. Right, for failure to make the median line, a sign of strength. So we double bottom here. So the actual rule, as Andrews wrote it, failure to make the median line sets up a move equal to or greater than the move that preceded it that failed. There's equal to right there. Right. Trading principle number 4, right in front of you, 2020. When did he write that? 60s. Yeah, we're trying to get it just perfect. So there's VWAP as well.
Order canceled.
That will get visited at some point today, you would anticipate. Oh man, they went back to the 50 on gold too. Shit. Boy, same level in the YM. This level here is just rock solid all day. So I guess we're going to miss
Order
that. So
canceled.
that's come and gone. So there goes the tick. So they're going to take a run at that. They're going to have to recycle before they get there. So now back to 0. They could do it right there. Anybody got some trades on? Anybody in, out? Anybody having a good day? What is this? The SMI on that? That's the it's the stochastic momentum. It's the SMI, stochastic momentum index. It's a TDU indicator that I'm running through the pitch. Well, here, let's see if I can show it to you. So as to why here. God damn it, we're gonna miss that gold trade. So here's the SMI. Okay, so this will show it to you. So why? So the point of the pitch is to work with indicators where the slope of it is showing strength. So here's the pitch, right? You get a little bit of more of this wiggle, but we get this overbought, sort of oversold sense of it. So as it's crossing, you can see here. So as we cross here, that's when we go red. All right, see? All right, as we go up here, so you want to try and get on board right as it's in the lighter green. When we go up here, it won't stay there, right? So it's constantly recycling, much like a stochastic, but it's giving you that angle. So as that angle's going up, we get the green, then we get into, it's overbought is the wrong way to think of it. You've got tension that needs to release. You see, it doesn't stay. It's tension, release, or you get the coming down, tension, release. At least that's how I think of it. Boy, we're going to miss that. God damn it. Boy, that's set up so pretty. Well, unless we can get this. So now we got to wait for this. We need this. We might get another shot at it. But this one, just the straight pull, not as good, because you can imagine that would be from this side. Right, just hit that 50. So right now it's just waffling between two 50s. Cyber, what is it? Oh yeah, okay, Cyber, good. We a lot of what we'll do, Cyber, is Baby Whale and I will kind of get together and look through these and go, okay, what can we learn from the price action? Where was the opportunity? Were our indicators there? So this is actually pretty good use of why we like this. So this, what you're trying to do, particularly with Renko bars, is avoid this. This is the stuff that kills you, right? Because you don't have any directional buy. You don't know, right? So you got a little 3, now we got a little 3, but look how that related to where we were here. No trend, trendless, right? No trade. It's when you come out of that. So the trend gets reestablished. Now you got to wait, right? So here's, well, that's what we were trying to get there. All right, now so now the RSI is below. You see that? So here's the average of the RSI, and then we want that to kick. But we wanted it a little lower, so that's kind of come and gone. It's too bad. That was a just gorgeous setup. I actually thought we'd get that. So unless we get that, so if we come, this will be the tell. Do we get through that? So look where the target. Can you see that target right here? Right where that line is. So if that turns, that would set it up, because we'd have the confluence of the IB, the prior structure. We'd go up to this golden zone, then down to that target. It's a little hard to see there. If I put it, you see it there. If I bring it there, all right. So here's the swing. Here's the golden zone. If we come, I'm going to leave that there. I want that.
Order submitted.
Some point today. Well, this will be interesting to see if it gets through. So nothing, indicators aren't moving yet. What have I got? Brick size is correct, so I want a 13.4. Fighting with the 50, so we've gone 50 to 50, typical algo, just ping pong. No, we're not, Sam. D-Stoke still red. Yeah, D-Stoke. Well, so the SM, you know, it's funny you say that because the D-Stoke, we were trying to get something that replicated that, Guido. That was a TDU original. Since that's not our indicator, well, I do like it, right? It's nice the way he's written that. But the SMI was pretty close. Well, here I'll show you. Well, that. So do you see what just happened? Okay, so now it's through. So now, yeah, we're plenty through there. Okay, so trend gets confirmed. RSI now just about to cross. Now we don't want a new high here. We want this. Come on, we want that to fail and come down and give us a 3. May not. May just rip here. There's. Oh, here, let me get that. I like these a little. I brighten these up a little bit. Let's see in the auto fibs. I think I just set this for default. No, I didn't. So let's go back here. Load. I want the 38 off of that because it's too much. So you support and resistance can get put on here, but it's too easy for me to miss that. So I go to dark gray. I want it to stand out. Let's go to a 5. So there it is. Right, so I know that that's tied to. Well, shit, I'm not gonna be able to see it. I know that that's tied to a prior pivot. Oh, okay, perfect. Right. So, oh no, that's the little one. I gotta fix that. So it's pulling from that. So that's not actually a good one. That's my setting is wrong there. But that would set up the 3. This will be kind of interesting. Now let's get the D-Stoke on there. That's where I was trying to go. Who is it? Poncho? D-Stoke? No, Sim 22 is the D-Stoke. It'll load for me. What did I do there? There we go. I like the colors reversed. D-Stoke. Let's reverse the colors. This has got the SMI. So track the D-Stoke with the pitch up here, which has got the SMI running through it. So here's your false signal that is, you know, always the challenge with the stochastic. Then we pin up here, we head down. Didn't get a green here. Let's take the SMI by itself. There's Guido right there. D-Stoke, as per your recipe, needs to have our. Yeah, it's not a good. Oh, I like that. Oh, it's funny. we're always looking if we can refine it. That's not a bad thought. If we could take the double stoke and run the RSI through it. So I'm going to take that off because I know that. So I know I've got structure. I've got resistance up here. I still kind of want that. VSMA. Yeah, in the pitch. Yeah. So it's the volume. It's actually the VWMA. It's the volume weighted moving average. All right, I gotta pay attention here. Boy, that is all day long. So how's our tick over here? Getting kind of hot. Oh, okay, so we're through that. That's kind of interesting. So we're through that trend line. There, do you see how it's throwing that off as resistance? Here, so let me clear that up. All right, so here's the new resistance. Remember I just created those? So we're getting a little 5 here, so they're going to take a run at the IB high. Rejected. So the next trade, you're going to have to wait, if that's the pivot right here.
Order submitted.
which would be perfect because it's tied to that structure, which is the overnight high, or the pre-market high, we say it that way. Ticks at 105. You guys see this kind of cool feature where we've got the tick right here? So there's a good, here I'm talking, I'm missing it. Here, do you see? So we come down yellow, and then the trend gets reestablished. So one of the things we're looking at is can we put a little, a kind of a momentum play in there. So if we come down, we go yellow, and then we go green again, fire off an entry signal there. We were looking at that yesterday. So gold, we got a new high. Not quite what we wanted.
Order canceled.
Where's the tick? Tick's at 593, so we got to wait. Here comes the run at the IB high with the tick at 553. So if they get through on this, this is going to be a big push here. So it's 1220 in New York. Well, you got to wait and see how they react. That would be, well, so the tick cooled off there. Now we're at 258, so they could get through. We got to wait until we get the pivot here, so that's a little premature. But just off of the structure, right? So if we revisit this line, right, clearly the market's responding there. So this will be interesting to see if they get through. This is the first test. Well, if that was, you can call that a test that failed. So it can't be 5, right? So it can't be 1, 2, 3 because this is, shit, could it? Did that go further? No, look at that. That's interesting. So this 36 followed by 36, right? So parity, and now we're at 30. So do you see there was a perfect 100 in there? Perfect 100 right here. We were kind of looking at that. Retrace back. Jesus Christ, I got to pay attention here. Retrace right back to the structure, and then we kick again, right? And you get the confirmation here. Oh, if we come back down again, so right, if we can get that, that's got a long way to go to get filled there. What are we looking to get? We'd need it's 50 ticks to come down. And you got, so we looked at this before, you got the 1618 sitting right there. So this is increasing the probability. So this gets to recycle. So that improves the odds here. So if we come to 0, then they can go again. Yeah, we're in a little bit of hurry up and wait. These are, you can't do that. If that goes below 400, $28.30 to $28.50 cyber. Micro, I have one more up. Yeah. So one thing that often you can get a little advantage from, if the YM is lagging the ES here. It's close, but it's just a little bit behind. If this breaks, if you get this, you can kind of watch for what to anticipate on the YM. If we break, then the IB will be the potential support. How are we doing here? 154, so they've got plenty of room to get there. Point of control. This didn't quite, I mean, this is still tradable. We would have preferred to not get a new high here. Let's get all that shit off. So here's that was the point I was trying to make. No trade in here, right? So this is showing you no trade. So now you'd have to go from this pivot, because it looks like that's a completed 5. So if that's my pivot high right there. That's my pivot high. So now it's no longer a golden zone, but it is a 50.
Order
so
submitted.
I would take that, right? So 5 completes down for the 5. So you can just do a quick P&L on that. So you'd be risking 25 a contract, trying to get 95 a contract. So come on, fill it. So there goes the market trying to take a run at this again. So it's going to try and do it at 500. Now, what you can almost anticipate here, if they're going to break it, they're going to have to break it with a lot of force. Like, so this is going to really push back here. Let's see what I got over here. Oh, here's our high. If they get that, that would be the next kick. There's the bigger target, right? If we're going to have a late afternoon pump, that's where you're headed. 28. One of you guys just had that. 2850. Cyber had it. 2847 is what I've got. Where you've got that unfilled gap. So you guys know that's what that red line is telling us. Boy, if this ever gets visited again, I want to pay attention there. Still not out of the IB. Failed. Did I do that right? What did I miss there? Oh, too high. So you'd call that attempt a failure. Got to that prior structure, 27138. Coming back down. Sure, I'll take that. Come on. Well, let's get this cleaned up since that's come and gone. It's the same. We want it. Come on. Yeah, I'm running late. Well, let's see if this gets filled. That would get us our $300 target. Or to shit, can blow up our day. Well, we're not risking that much on this, so. So it's a 21 bar size is off. Let's go to a 21.7. Let's be consistent, right? That's the point of doing that. What did we just do here? We got to minus, and we did get to 400. Shit. I'm pretty sure I got to do videos today. Don't I? Monty? Maybe we'll do the ES today. And the NQ. I think it's a traditionals day. Bitcoin just stuck. Let's get over here. I miss you guys on the Discord. Okay, come on. Come on. Fill it. Nothing more here. So this actually, you can kind of see. Well, this would be interesting to watch how the indicators react here. So tick 25 tick next to a 21.7. 308. Yeah, come on. Come on. Gold is running. Come on, fill it. No, I don't want it filled right now, so ticks it. Well, yeah, I live with that. Anybody else taking that trade? Anybody like that? Live or sim or any shit? If you're not live, take it in sim. So the timing is setting up nicely if we're gonna get our fill. Love to get it down here at one of these lower levels. So our low tick on the day is 650. Looks like. Come on, you fucker! Don't leave it. So you see the trend line here. So it broke the trend line, so the trend line stops now. Right, so we're not going to get it on this cycle. So we're going to need it to do one of these. We're going to need. Right, so we'd prefer to get it in a 3 anyway. If this is going to go back up before it comes down. Here at 28, 21, 2050. Nope, I'm looking for a top. Okay. This has been defended all day. Note, we're still in the IB. We didn't break it. Could be bigger players don't want to take strong position going into a 3-day weekend. What's our date here? 9th. So there's the little micro it's running into. Tick at 242, you wouldn't want to buy that. Here, let's clean that up so we can see it. Put this one, I like this one. Man, Bitcoin just will not move. Well, is it doing it on the small one? It could be we missed a little micro here. That's I usually don't trade those, but that looks like so. There it is, golden zone. All right, no random pivots. That's why. Now does it get through that one? That one looks like it's the. Still like it better as if it'll come in a 3. Oh, come on. Play ball with us here. Was that right on the low? I bet it was. So that's 1231. It already ticked lows at 28. All right, here we go. We might get it here. Back to that golden zone. but room to go down lower. So here's the, you see from this golden zone, here's that target right there. Now I would be mindful, because we'll probably wrap here if this ever gets filled. Look where the VWAP is, right at the IB low, and there's a major 50 there. So for the rest of the day, I'd be really paying attention right there, because if we're going to start to break through some of this support that's been there, that would be a very logical target. Let's see if there's anything else there. Well, right, so the IB low, multiple taps at it. Come back here with VWAP now slowly working its way up towards that. That would be a place certainly to pay attention to. So if you can line up the tick, right, so that's all tied to this structure, pre-market. Look at this series here, then another series. So every green line, if you see a green line, right, it's like an angel gets its wings. Every green line, an algo gets its target. So you can see here how the vol has just died down. I'll bet there's another. I'll bet this kicks again later today. But just in terms of just lack of trend strength. Ah, shit! Come on, let's get this filled. What did we looked at this? It was $25 a risk. It's not a lot of risk here. Oh, 30, 38. All right, let's see if we can get it over here. Okay, where's the tick? Well, you broke the little micro. That's good. All right, so we broke the little one. This one's gone now. Come on. Now, what we don't want to see is this go below zero and then head towards red. So we want this to be just your typical retracement trade. Now, so sometimes you can get an advantage here in that if we get the turn here, if we get the turn here on the ES, you can look to, if you want to be aggressive, to replicate it in the YM, because you got the same structure. The whole thing is lined up the same way there. Went up, right? So this algo hit. So this got its target there. Now we're coming down. So, but that's, I think it's almost more pronounced here. This level here is so good. If we come back down to that, right? Are we doing the small one? Nope, that's broken from here. So is that what it's? Yeah, god damn it, that's what it's reacting to right there. All right, you got. So would I have seen that? Yeah, I would have. So that's a secondary pivot, but it got the reaction. And it's always somewhere, right? If you haven't found it yet, it's either not the pivot, or you haven't pulled from the right level. There are no random pivots in here. So look at that, 90 retrace, 90 retrace, 70. Right? So as the length of the swing is getting smaller, it's getting weaker. You can see the same thing over here. Big 180 and then only 80. God damn it, we're gonna miss that again. Trying to do it by the book with you guys. That's by the book. This would have been a little overly aggressive. So you look at it and you go, huh, you missed a trade. I would not have done that in full size. Full size, I'd just wait here for this. Micros, yeah, I get it. You can be a little bit more aggressive. But it wouldn't be, so I don't want to, kind of try and do it by the book when you guys are, when I'm live streaming. That's such a pretty setup. I was hoping we'd get that. Well, we might have to. How are we doing? There's 2 hours. We probably have to wrap here because I know I have to go do some vids. All right, so you guys, I think we've laid these out enough, right? So you know where the trades are. So we'll leave it with gold sitting, right? So the trade now is, right, if this is our pivot, right, once we get our pivot, wherever that's going to be, this, if we get any sort of a pullback, and you may not, right? So that IB high would be something to definitely be watching for, a reaction there, if it's offered. Looks like we're going to miss this. Boy, you get the low volume. It's just perfect. Perfect
Order
setup.
canceled.
So if that comes back down, that's 27.85. I'd pay attention there if the tick plays right. Now, note here though, the RSI has gone below the moving average, so you wouldn't necessarily be looking to be a buyer there right now. And with the tick at 500, so there's another, right? You can't buy that. All right, looks like from here to here, right to it, tick at 500, high risk trade. So this here we'll leave it like this. Right? So this to here, that's the one you want. Maybe a little sloppy on that pull. There we go. So even though it's through over 400. Higher risk to take that. So you wait for the 3. Even here on the 2050, still in the IB. Okay, guys, Monty, I got to do. I think I'm doing trads. All right, so we'll do the S&P maybe in the Nasdaq. We'll look at the larger at this 60-minute and above. See if we can learn anything. I think. Hang on a second. Less. Yeah, there's the. We're through the 50, but not by much. That's the 50 from the top. Oh, I like this guy. Shalmith Palapataya. Hard name to say, but smart guy. Huge Bitcoin bull. If you don't follow him, you should. Not just because he's a Bitcoin bull, but smart guy. Very successful investor. All right, I think we have to wrap here because I don't think we're going to get that anytime soon here. All right, guys. So we'll be back on next Tuesday. Questions about any of the indicators, any of the stuff we're doing, you can always send DMs to me or Baby Whale. Right, he's my partner in this. And I guess we'll wrap here. But you guys know where the trades are sitting. All right, guys. All right, we'll wrap it here, and we'll be back to you next Tuesday. Okay, guys, take it easy.